Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to the 4th episode of the Dirty 20 Tournament arc. I realized while recording this episode that I had confused the players in regards to the island layout. Since I don't want you, the audience, to share in that confusion, I have uploaded a map of the island to the Dirty 20 subreddit. You can see where the party started the tournament on the island and use it to follow their progress through the remaining episodes of this chapter. That's all for now, enjoy the episode.
Okay, so can you remind me where we are and where we're heading? If you can make a map at some point,
I have a map, I just haven't given it to you.
We're heading vaguely upriver towards a big central lake mountain.
See, I thought we were we aren't on the river anymore.
You aren't, but you're paralleling it.
Okay.
And in fact, this trail that you're on is beginning to curve back towards the river.
Oh, okay.
And the river goes through, like, our little tunnel of the mountains or something? That's how we're getting into this valley? The river?
No, this river, okay. I realize how confusing this is now.
Thank you.
Yeah, could really use a map.
Visual aids, PowerPoint.
Well, I will edit back my map and take away the kind of DM notes part of it, and I will send that over to you eventually. But I want y'all to
surprise them.
But here's the thing: is that y'all don't have a map, so y'all don't know what the island looks like.
I guess that's fair.
But
Fair enough.
The river that you're following now is the river, which the delta of it is the swamp. And you're going upriver, basically to the headwaters, and then you'll leave that river, go through the grasslands to the mountains, where the main river that you're supposed to follow up the valley is.
Okay, and we've been given this information. We as characters, but
Just
we
suck.
as players forgot it.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
And the temple is in an island that's like on Crater Lake kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And the main river, not the one that you're on now, but the main one, flows out of that crater lake.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I can do this.
Okay, so it's morning. The three of you awake. Devin is there, probably lightly snoring till somebody wakes him up.
I kick him.
Well, that was one of the more rude wake-up calls I've had.
You sleep late.
Well, I had a bit of an ordeal yesterday, if you don't remember.
We killed your ordeal. That's a bigger ordeal.
I suppose that's a fair point. He spent some of the night with a needle and thread, kind of a makeshift, like a needle off of some sharp vine, stitching his clothes back together since it was just one clean rip down the middle. So he didn't end up having to weave new clothes. So he's got a patched attire on now. So?
Path winds back to the river. Back to the river.
I'm too tired to argue with him, so let's just go.
Yeah, wherever.
All right.
You pack up camp.
Also, I'm not dead, so you cannot say that the potion is evil or devil magic or whatever for the rest of this podcast. Okay, thank you.
You're not dead. Yet.
You'll die eventually, and then I'll blame the potion, even if it's 80 years from now.
Don't kill me. Yeah?
So you pack up camp. The three of you, along with Devin, head down the trail some more. It does wind back to the river, meeting back up with the trail that you would have stayed on, missing out on the lovely spider encounter. So you begin heading up river again. You go on, you hike for another hour or so, and then you see very prominently on the trail, on either side of it, are two crude effigies.
Question, what is an effigy?
Yeah, I'm Googling that right
Statue.
now.
Signpost statue type.
Yeah, it's a stake in the ground with some decorative,
Crude
usually
directions.
morbidly decorative stuff on it. This is like a tribal effigy. Devin points it out and goes, "See there? Now we're in the lizard folk territory."
Well, we need to not be in the lizard folk territory.
The whole island is lizard folk territory.
I do not need your sarcastic comments. Thank you very much.
So, you're standing at the border of the lizard folk territory. Do you continue on?
Can I roll investigation for tracking or anything like that to see if they're around or see if they were around recently or I don't know.
Go ahead, roll a
Not get
survival,
surprised by them.
and we'll say that this survival check will last for 3 hours. However good you do on this is how well you're keeping an eye out for stuff for the next 3 hours.
That's a 10.
I could turn somebody invisible if we really wanted to, and they could stick out ahead.
Or you could just bribe them with candy, since that seems to be your thing.
I do enjoy candy quite a bit, and I am somewhat of a evangelist.
For candy?
Yes.
Have you heard the good word of candy?
Your savior.
Mr. Goodbar wants you to have.
I say praise.
So what you doing? All right, you rolled survival.
Yeah,
And
we're
you got
walking.
a 10.
Yeah, I think we just travel on.
Yeah.
You travel on, keeping an eye out. Every once in a while, you do see some lizardy tracks, but they don't. You don't. You don't notice any that seem super fresh.
Okay.
Hmm.
So we walk for 3 hours.
You walk for 3 hours. Go ahead and make another survival check.
Ooh. Ooh, that's a 3.
I did 16.
Okay. You see some tracks every once in a while. For some reason, I don't know. It must be Sunday. All the lizard folk are at church or something. Not out.
Lizard Church.
You continue walking for a ways more, and you start to see the jungle starts to thin out. The river's also getting very small. Like you've had to kind of pick at times, okay, which one of these is the main branch that's feeding into this, and then following that. It's taking some guesswork. That was also part of the survival check, but with a 16, I'd say you're able to do it.
I'm pretty good at feeling currents, so I could probably tell what's the colder water coming in from the mountains. That's probably how I did it.
Okay.
Just so you know. Just so we clarify that I fixed it.
Good
Just so
flavor
you
text.
know, I'm really good at cold water.
He has a sailor background. Water's is one thing. Don't take it away from him.
Exactly. I'm trying to figure out how to use it.
All right, so you've basically run out of river to follow, but you can see that continuing down this kind of path, still kind of north, slightly easterly, but mainly north, it looks like it's going to transition to grasslands pretty soon. You keep walking another hour and a half or so. By the way, I'm not really keeping track of how many hours I'm saying, so there may be 30 hours in this day.
Somebody sitting at home. This is too many hours.
It's fantasy. You know what? Today there might be 30 hours. Tomorrow there might be 76. I don't know.
Ooh.
Doesn't matter.
It's a strange planet.
It's my world. There's a moon, and the tidal forces cause your world to spin at different rates from time to time.
We're actually like slingshotting between two different suns.
Yeah, that's cool.
Technically, binary star systems are more common.
Nerd! Once it starts thinning out into more grasslandy areas, is there a marker where it's like, okay, you're leaving lizard folk, come back soon, or something like that?
Yes, basically at the edge
High
of
School
the...
Champions, 1982.
Yeah. At the edge of the tree line, it says, "Y'all come back now, you hear?"
Kill friendly, the lizard folk way.
Lions Club.
Is there a way for me to become more vigilant once we're kind of out of cover and in more open areas?
You can always roll better.
Is it anything other than a survival check?
Well, if you're not specifically trying to look for tracks and stuff, you don't need a survival check. It's just a general perception type of thing. If you're just trying to notice things and not looking
I'm
for something
trying
specific.
to not be noticed.
Yeah,
I don't want to be like
Rather than
caught
stealth.
out like Bambi's mom or anything.
I don't want to stealth all the way there, but I want to like not blindly walk into something.
Yeah, I don't want to be like,
Well-
herp derp, okay, let's go.
If I ask for a perception roll really good.
Okay. Here we go.
Somehow I need to beat up or boost up my 11 passive perception.
I'll say in the grasslands, because it's a lot of wide open space, there is tall grass, but if there's something
Then I can't see shit.
if there's
I rolled a
something
7.
above, I'm not asking for a roll right now.
Oh, I thought you said roll perception.
I said if I ask you to roll a perception.
Oh.
In the grasslands, because it's wide open, if there's something taller than the grass, you will have advantage on perception rolls looking for it.
Will I?
Okay.
If you're on Chrome's shoulders, yes.
Come here, big
Pick
guy.
up the tiny man.
I stand, like, looking out with my hand over my eyes like I'm in the crow's nest of a ship.
Okay. Guys, travel in D&D is really boring, so I'm just gonna skip to the points where things happen. Or may happen. Alright.
Can
So,
you put a like a fast forwardy sound, like?
And I would walk 500 miles.
It comes back
and I
around.
would
It comes
walk
back around.
500 more.
Just to be the man to walk 1,000 miles to fall down.
please let that be Hecky's voice. We found it. We found Hecky's voice. He's a Scottish pop singer.
If I try to do Scottish, I'm gonna go back and forth between Australian and British, and it's just gonna sound horrible.
He's been around. He just
That's true.
It gets all mixed up.
He's a Scot what lives in Australia.
Good day, governor.
G'day, Angus.
You got any haggis for the Barbie?
But they'll never take our kangaroos.
Everybody shut up and make a perception check.
12.
18.
9.
From his perch atop Chrome's shoulders. Hecky, you see that you are about to walk into a pit.
Look out, everybody! It's a pit.
Please say "There she blows."
Pit ahoy!
You've reached this area where there's not as much tall grass now. You kind of come out of the tall grass right up against this pit. And you see the landscape for a while is dotted with these pits. And they're kind of, the one that you can see right in front of you, it's kind of sandy and it is in the shape of a funnel.
Is there like a loose stone or like clod of dirt?
Don't do that. Do not do that. Don't do that. Don't. Wait. Hold on. I would like to make an investigation. No. Okay, whenever I roll for something that I have already learned, what is that always investigation or what?
What do you mean? What are you thinking about?
I mean, I've been to a bunch of schools, so
This is not
learning
something...
magic.
Right, the schools that you went to were Arcana nature, and this is not something that...
I
an
didn't
Arcana...
have, like, Monsters 101. Are you kidding?
You had Magic Monsters 101. Think of Hogwarts. They don't learn about horses and pigs in Hogwarts.
They did
learn
Defense
about
Against the
hippogriffs.
Dark Arts. I mean, there's some pretty scary pigs in the
You
magic
got me.
world.
This is a Boggart's pit.
I knew it!
It's a plot hole, you
No.
guys.
If any of you are proficient in nature, you can make a nature roll.
I am now.
No, but if it's like mechanical or something like that, I do have artists for sisters. Lord.
Come again?
Artificers. It's a hard word to say.
Art professor's lore.
Art professor's lore. It's a Monet!
Impressionism.
Chrome, are you doing anything with any loose rocks or clods of dirt? Or did you take Oriana's weight protests to change your mind?
I may not have thrown it yet, but I've probably found a rock or clod of dirt if there is any.
Okay. Are you
If
gonna...
you're going to throw that, you need to have your axe out in your other hand.
I toss it.
Okay. You toss it. It rolls down to the bottom. Some of the sand behind it kind of skitters down, very lightly avalanches down behind it. Nothing seems to happen.
See, and you were all worried.
All right, I jump in. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, so you walk around it. Okay, I don't remember if I finished saying this or not, but once you get into this big, more cleared out area, these things are dotting the landscape. There's probably 20 feet or so between each one, but there's a lot of them out here. So are you just going to walk around it and try to weave in between them?
How far away is it? Like, do they just expand forever? Like, instead of going straight through it, what if we went to the left and then went around it?
It stretches far enough that you can't see how far it would be to go around it, or to see how far it would be to go through it. I mean, you can tell that it's not going to be miles and miles, but
can't go around it. Can't
You don't know what I'm
under
talking-
it.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Go through it. All right, let's go.
Okay, so you weave in and out, or between them?
I would like to bob and weave,
Oh,
but
okay.
yes.
All right, you're bobbing and weaving. Make another perception check for me, everybody.
Damn it! 8.
Also 8.
11.
We're very perceptive.
Nothing gets past us.
Chrome, as you're walking past one of these pits, a light reflection catches your peripheral vision, and you turn towards this pit, and all of them that you've been passing by so far have been plain dirt pits. This one, there's something shiny at the bottom of it.
Shiny.
Do you stop and take a closer look?
Yeah, I'm stopping.
All right.
Little man, is that a medallion in the pit?
I kind of look down at Chrome, and then I look over, and I look at the shiny thing.
It looks like a little bit of... It looks like a few coins. There's some gold, some silver, some copper. And there's a little bit of what looks like chainmail sticking out of the dirt a little bit. And they're all, some of the coins are a little bit dirty. The chainmail's pretty shiny.
Do we remember anybody in the hall who is wearing chainmail specifically?
I mean, probably several people. I'm wearing chainmail.
Oh, okay. I thought you were wearing, like, heavy armor.
I mean, chainmail is heavy armor.
Oh. Shows how much I know.
Yeah. So I would think that this is a dead body, guys, and it might have a medallion.
Clod check! And I pick up another clod, and I toss the clod in.
Do it!
I toss the clod into the hole.
Okay. The clod rolls down, bumps into these shiny things. Nothing happens.
If you would wait for 2 seconds. Jesus. Okay.
Nothing happens when I toss the clods.
I would like to cast Mage Hand and attempt to grab all of these
Mage Hand.
these shinies.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be quite strong enough to pick up the...
You have Mage
chainmail.
Hand as a warlock?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you spend a minute mage handing these coins up. You can kind of scoop them, most of them up at the same time. The mage hand is big enough to hold more than one coin at a time.
Yeah.
And you scoop it out. You get 21 gold, 30 silver, 12 copper. No tokens.
I think we
Guys,
should split
there
this.
are no medallions here.
The armor would be too heavy to mage hand out.
Let's see, does any of us... I have rope, but I have nothing to...
You could throw me.
I was thinking that, but I didn't want to be the one to do that.
We tie the rope around the little man, and then we pull him out.
I've done it before. I mean, I do have to scrape, hulls of ships sometimes.
Alright, so I tie a knot around his little tiny waist, and I kind of, hold him out, over the pit a little bit, and then I just slowly feed more rope and lower him in.
Okay, are you gonna try to figure out a way to suspend him to where he's not touching the sides of the pit? Like I said, it's a funnel, so...
Yeah, can we throw it, over a limb of a tree and then, lower me down?
We're in an open field. There's nothing other than us and what we've got. We can always throw Devin! Let's throw Devin in the pit!
Yes!
I absolutely will not do that.
Wait a second.
That's
I
why
have
we
the
throw Devin
stick.
in the pit.
I have a quarterstaff. Could I stick it out as a point for it to the rope to go over, so he's not touching the sides?
I mean,
Yeah,
I'd
if
probably
you-
have to be the one holding it in order
Yeah,
to keep him up.
I'm 45 pounds.
I would say with Chrome holding it, you could
Fishing
You
rod.
could-
We're going full fishing rod on this.
fishing rod this.
Awesome.
This is cool.
Hecky, you are the lure.
That's what I'm afraid of.
All right, so you harness up Hecky, feed the rope over the stick.
Slowly give him some slack and lower him towards the chainmail.
I would like to ready Eldritch Blast if I see any monster try to come out.
Okay. Hecky, make a strength check to try and pull this armor out of the dirt.
Okay. Oh. Ooh, that was a 19 minus 1, 18.
Nice. Yeah, okay. You fairly easily manage to tug this armor out, kind of, shaking it back and forth to work it loose from all the dirt. As soon as you pull it out, a large, sort of antlion looking thing pops out of the ground and is going to clasp its jaws around you, or attempt to.
Okay, I'm going to use my reaction to cast Shield.
Okay.
Can I use my reaction to attempt to yank him up, like I've caught the big fish finally? To try to give disadvantage on the attack?
Yeah, I'll do that. That's a 14.
So with shield up, what's Hecky's AC?
Oh, sorry. That would be 13 plus 5, so 18.
You managed to snatch him out right before these two big pinchers snap closed around Hecky, and as you pull it away, this thing crawls out in its entirety. It's this, I don't know if you know what an antlion looks like, if you've ever dug one up, but it's kind of this large, almost like a tick with the jaws of an ant looking thing.
Before it crawls up, while it's still got a hold of Hecky, can I use my prepared action?
Yes.
14 plus 6 to hit.
That will hit.
8 damage.
Okay. Now I need you all to roll initiative.
What? That didn't kill it. I got a 20.
Oof.
14.
10.
Before we start this fight, can we look at the armor and see if it still has a person in it, or if it's just armor?
Well, Hecky would notice as he pulled it out that it's just the armor.
All of the pieces are gone at this point, at least.
Yeah. It probably once belonged to somebody, but there's nothing left. Alright, so Chrome quickly sets the hook, yanking Hecky out of the pit just in time to avoid the jaws of this monster. Then it crawls out as you blast it with your prepared action. Now combat is beginning. Oriana, what do you do?
How close am I to it?
I assume you were standing at the edge of this pit, so you're very close. You're within 5 feet of it.
Yay! I like to cast Inflict Wounds.
Okay.
At the 2nd level. 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. 4d10. 5, 7, 8, 15, and 23. Plus 10. 33.
Do that math for
God
me again?
damn.
5, 7, and 8. Oh, 12. So 30.
Okay, so 30 damage?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. It's looking real rough. Everybody, real quick, make a perception check.
13.
13!
4.
It's hard to see things as you're whipping through the air.
Yeah, since Hecky's not on the ground, it would make sense that he wouldn't notice. But the rest of y'all didn't roll that great anyway, so none of you notice. Nothing happened. Don't worry.
Don't worry about it.
Things, stuff
I
and
would like
things.
to, as a free action, use Indoctrine in Death.
You can't do that
And-
until something dies.
What?
That's how that works. It's once something dies near you that you get that back.
Nothing's
Oh,
dead.
really?
Read your skills,
Let
people.
me look up to see if you're lying to me.
Are you questioning your DM right now?
I
noticed.
am. You better believe I am. What are you
noticed
talking about?
in editing and post last session that you said "fuck you, DM." I think all of your rolls might have disadvantage this session.
No comment.
As DM, he has that ability.
While she's looking up to see that I'm right, Hecky.
Wait. Oh, damn. Okay, I might have used that wrong last time then.
Well, no, because you killed a spider. There were 2.
Yeah.
But I don't think Oh, maybe. Okay, we'll just assume that I did everything perfectly.
Hecky, what are you doing?
I cast just Firebolt.
Okay. I'm going to say disadvantage because you're swinging in the air and you're within 5 feet of it.
Okay. Oh, man, I had a 17 plus 5 and a 11 plus 5, so 16.
Still does it.
Nice. So that is a D10. Ooh, 9.
So you launch out this firebolt. It hits the monster right in the mouth as it's opening its jaws and bursts out the back of its head, and the thing crumples to the ground. And then Chrome and Oriana notice, since their feet are planted on the ground, that after this thing falls, the ground's still shaking a little bit.
There's more!
Out of the pit next to you, another one crawls up. So Chrome, it is your turn, unless Heki has any bonus actions he would like to take. And Oriana, now you can get your Indoctrine in Death.
Yeah, I'm good. Well,
Okay.
wait a minute. Am I still I'm in the air right now.
Yeah, Chrome's probably about to drop you to pull out his weapons, but for right now, you're in the air.
What, movement or bonus action thing that I could do to try to help myself get back to not being in the air?
Oh, well, you can just, as a bonus action, undo the knot and fall to the ground, landing on your feet. You're not high up enough to require an acrobatics check.
Okay, but am I swinging, so will that, slingshot me tangentially from this circle that I'm on?
Nah.
Okay, so I do that.
Okay, so you are on your own 2 feet again, beside Chrome and Oriana. Chrome, the second monster, has just crawled out of a pit next to you after you see Heki kill this other one with a firebolt. What are you doing?
Without even dropping this fishing pole, I am going to cast Thunderous Smite upon this weird fishing pole apparatus, and I will attempt to strike the bug.
Okay, are you're proficient with all weapons as a paladin, right?
Yeah, martial
Okay.
and simple.
So what's the quarterstaff, and are you two-handing it?
Two-handing it, because I was two-handing it when it was a fishing rod. I'm
So
still
that's a
two-handing
D8,
it.
right?
Yeah, but I don't
Okay.
have my shield out. Alright, so, that is a 19 plus 5, 24
That
to hit.
definitely hits.
So plus the Thunderous Smite, so that's a D8, plus a Thunderous Smite. That is 8, 8, and 3, so 19.
Jeez.
In a combo of thunder damage and bludgeoning, and now must make a DC 12 strength save.
Oh, that's a 21.
21, it stands its ground from the blast.
All right, it's not appreciating what you just did, though.
Why can't we be friends?
All right, so this monster just crawled out of the ground immediately to be smacked in the face with this thunderous quarterstaff.
Stick.
And then it sees that there's 3 of you in front of it, so it is going to use its acid spray. So,
Crap.
30 feet long, so and 5 feet wide, so it's going to catch all of you.
I'm going to use my reaction to cast shield.
It's a dex save.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So everybody make a dex, and it's a good thing that you're no longer swinging from the rope, because you would not be able to do much as a dex save goes.
Dex save.
Ooh. 8 plus 3. 11.
21.
8 plus nothing, 8.
Okay.
Jesus. Y'all need to be
So-
more dexterous. Nimble. Yoga. Pilates.
So Heki and Chrome each take 11 acid damage.
I'm gonna use my Stone's Endurance to try to endure some of that.
And Oriana, you'll take half of that, so you'll take 5 damage. Acid damage.
That hurt.
So that is 10 plus 2, reduced by 12.
Alright, so you take no acid damage.
Huzzah!
Alright, so this second monster crawled out of the ground and just sprayed everybody with acid. Oriana, what do you do? You're out of melee range with it because y'all were side by side facing the one, and then the second one popped up to the side, so y'all were all in a line to it. So you are on the other side of Chrome from it, so you'll have to kind of scoot to the side to see it, but you won't have to move within melee range or anything.
We stood in a perfect line. Was that on purpose?
Well, no, it was just she and I were side by side as I had you over the pit, and then when I pulled you out of the pit, I pulled you to the side that Oriana wasn't on.
I see.
Okay, so Oriana, what you doing?
I think I want to cast the cantrip Chill Touch, which is a ranged.
Okay.
7 plus 6, 13.
Just misses.
Cool.
Well, it doesn't really miss so much as you see this kind of icy hand smack into the side of this thing's carapace, and it seems to shrug it off.
So, How much movement would it take for me to get over to it at this point?
You could do it in one turn.
Okay. I'm not doing anything else this round because I still don't have a bonus action.
All right, so Oriana casts this spell. It doesn't seem to have any effect on it.
I tried, you guys.
This thing's looking pretty beefy and pissed off that it got smacked so hard with a stick. Hecky, what are you doing? Oh, I forgot. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, everything's fine. Go ahead.
You know what?
Oh.
I cast shield once, and I didn't roll. I forget to roll.
Oh, right.
But I'll do chromatic orb, and I'll try to do thunder damage.
Thunder.
Boom! Here comes the boom!
That's a 10.
Seems to shrug it off.
Here comes the meh.
Here comes the burr, burr, burr.
So, Chrome, you see Oriana's... Oh, Hecky, are you doing anything else?
I rolled on my surge. It was 14. And then I'm going to try to, like, position myself in a more defensive location. Like, where I don't think I'm going to get, like, the one who's chosen to be pounced on.
So, behind Chrome, kind of...
Cowering.
Yeah, off center of Chrome.
Okay. So you can still see most of this thing, but you have Chrome between you and it. Alright, so Chrome, you see Hecky and Oriana blast this thing with spells to no effect. What are you doing?
I'm a double hand the axe, and I'm gonna charge the thing.
Alright, you're dropping the quarterstaff?
Dropping the staff.
Okay.
But I'm double handing the axe, haven't pulled up the shield yet.
Okay.
That means he hit.
That's 11.
No. Yeah, you swing at it, but you catch the thick part of its armor plating. It doesn't seem to do much. Anything else for this round?
Nah.
Alright, that brings us to the monster. And it is going to take a chomp at Chrome, since he is right in front of it. Doesn't have anything special, so... Oof, that's a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
I think I found my monster die or something like that. These two dice that I've been using the past couple of sessions have been rolling really well for monsters.
Then stop.
Okay, so that is...
I would like to not die.
10... I assume that's piercing damage, and then 4 acid damage.
Okay.
And you are... I didn't write down enough stuff about this. Let's see.
Am I grappled or restrained?
Yeah, you're grappled.
Okay.
Until the grapple ends, you're the only thing that it can bite, and it will have advantage on attacks to do so.
Okay.
Okay, so the monster just chomped down on Chrome and is holding him tight. Oriana, what are you going to do?
I guess I'm going to walk up to it.
By the way, Devin's in the back just cowering this whole time.
Oh, I assumed. It's Devin with an eye. I'd like to cast Inflict Wounds again. Roll to hit is a 20, non-nat.
Definitely hits.
Damn right it does. So 7 and 6 is 13 plus 3, so 16.
This thing's looking very rough. All right. Hecky, you see Oriana run up and slap this thing, and it suddenly just seems to just life drain out of it. It shrivels, but it's still standing. What are you going to do? It's still got Chrome in its jaws.
I'm going to hit it with a firebolt where I'm not going to hit Chrome.
Okay.
Oh, that's 11.
All right. Yeah, it just glances off the side of this thing, leaving a small scorch mark, but no damage.
I kind of shake my fist at it. No!
So, Chrome, you are not restrained, but you are grappled. It's looking like it's on its last legs. Are you going to try to attempt to break the grapple or attack it?
I'm gonna keep two-handing my axe and try to just bury it in this thing.
I like it. Risky.
18 plus 5, 23.
That definitely hits.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be 5.
That's enough.
Really?
It had 4 hit points left after that inflict wounds.
Noise.
How do you deal with this thing?
I like to think that, like, I'm stuck in the middle of the jaws that are currently clamped around, like, my waist, and I would like to just bisect it, and thus the jaws release me as the two halves split to the side.
Yes.
Dope.
The second creature falls, and you don't notice any more tremors in the ground.
Ow! Ah!
Yeah, I'm like bent over, hands on my knees. Oh my god! Oh my god.
This whole time in the back, Devin's been like, yes, left hook, good! Swing that axe, great job!
Wait, what does he say for me?
He doesn't, he can't tell what you're doing with all your spell nonsense.
Aw, I wanted an encouragement.
From his perspective, you like put your hand out and then nothing happened, and then you walked up and slapped it and it seemed to almost die for some reason. So he's just kind of like, good job.
Thank you.
I imagine that I like distort my surroundings a little bit and like my clothes like fly up a la Dragon Ball Z and like it gets like really crazy going before a firebolt explodes from my hand.
Hecky spends 3 rounds powering up his cantrip.
DM, I imagine myself super badass.
Yeah, just so you know, whatever you think of me doesn't matter.
That's how it really
As
is.
long as it's flavor and non-mechanical, you do you.
Headcanon. So I am gonna blow 5 points of my lay on hands on myself to heal my belly. My aching belly.
Alright. You notice that this last attack damaged your chainmail fairly significantly as those jaws pierced around it.
Do either of you wear armor?
Well, we just got something out of the pit. You could wear that.
If you guys can't use it, I could definitely use it at this point. Is it even my size?
Oh, that is a good question.
You pick it up and kind of hold it up to your chest. And
It's
it
a halter
seems
top.
Yeah, it'll fit.
I kind of like some of the bits probably like come undone. Like some of the like rings probably from the acid just like snap off as I'm taking off my old chainmail. We should leave my chainmail in this pit for some other asshole to find.
But we killed the things with it. Okay, whatever. You do you.
So I strip off that armor and I try to put on this new armor.
Okay, you do so. Are y'all taking a short rest or continuing on?
I don't want to take a short rest in this open field.
Okay, I would like to let the ship's log note that I'm against this. I would rather take a short rest, but it's obviously the democratic way, so we go.
I don't know if this is magic or not, actually, this armor. But it is special.
Is it mithril?
It is adamantine armor.
Adamantine. It's technically non-magical. It's just that it's itself more or less indestructible.
It's self-cleaning.
But it's pretty sweet, so you're welcome.
I'm now immune to critical hits.
What? Oh, you're kidding. I was very
No,
jealous.
that's
for a
actually
second.
what it does.
That's what adamantine armor does.
Any critical hit against you becomes a normal hit.
I want some. Hey, can I have a chain out of your chainmail?
Unfortunately, adamantine armor has to be metal armor, and you can't wear metal armor unless you pick up a feat.
It's also medium or heavy. It can't be light armor.
I make my own destiny. Thank you very much. No one can tell me what I can and can't wear.
You could always wear. You could always become a grave cleric and get that ability to suppress criticals.
I mean, it's just a cool thing. I don't want to take your thing.
It would have been cool to not tell you what it did until something eventually rolled a crit on you, but I would have forgotten by then that you had it, so...
But you still kept me jingly. You didn't give me the mithril, which would have made me less jingly. You gave me the adamantine, so I still jingle like a goddamn Christmas bell.
Yep.
Well, that's your name, right? Chrome Jingle Jangle.
I've got chromes that jingle, jangle, jingle as we stroll through this island of death.
Have we seen any other person from the thing?
No, not from the competition. Not yet.
Weird.
Okay.
Guys, I think we won. I mean, I think we just go to the temple and we win.
This is a pretty darn large island for 16 groups to run into each other.
Oh, I thought it was smaller. So yeah, how far is the cover from us, or the tree line, or whatever we're looking at?
It's pretty far in either direction.
Damn.
But ahead of you, quite a ways in the distance, so to your left and in front of you stretches out a mountain chain in the distance. It'll take a while walking there, but it looks like the grassland expands to the mountains.
So what's on the other side? Like to in front of us and to the right.
The island slopes down towards the sea. You kind of just see the water off in the sea off in the distance. It's not something that you'd be able to walk too quickly.
All right. So we're supposed to go towards the mountains. That's what we've been told before.
Yes. So the way that Gertrude explained it, the mountains that you see to your left are the mountains immediately around the crater. You can kind of tell they're in a ring shape. And then the mountains in front of you that go from left to right in front of you, they go away from you at an angle. So imagine like a 45-degree angle. I'm trying my best to explain this. Those are the mountains with the valley that has the river in it leading up. So that mountain chain in front of you kind of stretches up to the mountain chain around the crater.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's like the slash on the Q.
Yeah, it's that's a good example is which one is it? Is it the dude symbol or the girl symbol? Yeah, it's almost exactly like the male symbol with it the same direction and the same orientation of the mountain chain.
Okay.
So right now you're standing, if you're thinking about the male symbol, you're outside of the ring on the right side below the arrow. But you need to go up to the point of the arrow to get to the river and then go up the arrow into the circle.
Okay.
At least that's the way that y'all were saying y'all were going to go. Y'all can always change tactics.
I say we go the easiest looking route.
I think that's the river.
Rivers, mountain. Mountains are a good place to be.
Yes, they're good places to rest and to hide and things. Let's go that way.
Y'all keep walking, 20, 30 minutes of walking. Y'all are out of the pits. Do y'all want to keep going or take a rest or anything?
I mean, how open is this area?
It's still open.
I would very much like to rest.
It's not like Mongolia grassland where there's just like no trees. It's more like savanna where, there's some dotted shrub and trees every once in a while.
Okay. I feel better just getting to the water so we can rest. If you're going to die, Hecky, we can take a rest, I guess. Jeez.
Why, thank you.
I lay my hand upon him and I give him another 5 back.
Oh, also, your potion has refilled today.
Yeah, I gave it back to you after I gave you sass this morning.
Okay. I'm still not touching it.
Really?
Chrome is very stubborn if you haven't picked up on that.
Hey, if you're not going to use it, you should give it to someone else who will.
I hold it out for Hecky.
Okay.
Are you doing this instead of lay on hands?
No, I will lay on hands just because I still don't trust this potion.
Well, I rolled 1 hit die along with this, so I'm actually 1 away from max, but I take it anyway.
You drink it to restore that 1 hit point?
Yeah.
It gives you like 15 points.
Don't even bother rolling it. It's 4d4 plus 4, so you are at max now.
Okay.
In fact, you can just take a little sip out of it and you're at max if you don't want to drink the whole thing.
Okay, I'll take a little sip.
Alright, so you've short rested, healed up. Has everybody used all the hit dice and everything that they need to use?
If we're short resting, then I'll burn a hit die.
Oh yeah, me too. What do I get? D8.
Plus constitution if you have any.
Plus 9. I'm back in action, babe.
Nice.
I'm back, baby.
Okay. You've probably, eaten lunch as you're sitting here. Devin's like looking around with a notebook, taking notes on all the bugs and stuff that he sees. Like he's just writing down everything. He was while he was cheering you on during that fight, he was like trying to sketch it real quick.
Hey, Devin with an I, can I ask you a question?
I suppose.
Why are you traveling with our party again?
Well, I would like to be escorted to the Observant Order's headquarters, or if you would like to take a detour, you can take me down to the shore and I will find passage there.
But why do you want to go to the OO, as I call them?
That's
because
cool.
I would like to get off of this island safely.
But if you have a boat, you can get off of this island safely.
Yes, but I need to get to my boat. That's why I need to be escorted to either the shore or the Observant Order. I had some companions, but...
Did they have an amulet?
I don't know what this thing is you're talking about.
Show him the thing!
Are you talking about the token?
Yes.
Okay, I am very scared. This is what he's talking about. Chill.
I've never seen one of those. I don't know what it is.
Why were you coming here if not for that?
I told you, I'm writing an encyclopedia.
So who did you come with? Other encyclopedians?
I hired a crew to get me here, but between the swamp life and the spiders, I'm the only one left.
You're telling me that out of the crew that you brought, you are the bravest one.
No, I'm saying I'm the one that the spiders decided to use as bait and eat later.
What skills do you have? Do you have a specific skill set that we can use at all?
I'm quite good at drawing, and I know quite a bit about nature.
Okay, you are a nature check person. From now on, you tell us if we need to know something.
Oh, okay.
And you can't not tell us or we'll beat you to death.
Please don't.
Well, I can't say anything for Chrome. He seems like he wants to beat something to death.
Devin, throughout this conversation, has been inching away from the loud Chrome. I'll just be in the back, and, if you need something, you can ask, and hopefully I'll have the answer.
Great. I'm so glad we didn't happen upon a fighter who could fight.
I'm sorry. Alright, so, you continuing towards the mountains through the grassland?
Yes.
Okay. You walk for a while, boring stuff happens. Make a perception check.
Damn it.
Ooh.
I got a 4.
Non-nat 20.
Sorry, with advantage.
Oh.
Because grasslands.
I got 11.
15.
I got a non-nat 20, but am I standing on the ground, or did I get back on Chrome's shoulders?
You tell me.
I would have preferred to get back on your shoulders, Chrome, but I wouldn't have presumed.
I probably would have picked you up before you even asked.
Okay,
Because you're
excellent.
so small and useless.
What?
It's like I have 2 pairs of eyes.
Yeah, okay, so that was a non-nat 20.
Okay. Everybody who rolled above, 13, you see in the distance a small camp, it looks like. Not a like overnight camp, but just, little place that there's some people there. Looks like 4 people that they're probably stopped for food or rest.
Can we tell if they've made us yet?
Roll stealth checks.
Oh, nat 1!
Oh, Jesus.
And here I had a whole 14.
Oriana?
15.
Yeah, y'all are pretty easy to spot with Chrome being so tall. And I feel like as Chrome's walking, singing these weird folk songs, Hecky's just like shooting sparks into the air and to the rhythm. Yeah, they seem to have spotted you, and one of them, they're, far enough away that it's not combat range, but they're close enough that you can kind of make out. 2 of them are in robes, one of them is in pretty heavy armor, and one of them is in pretty fancy-looking armor. And the one in the fancy armor stands up and kind of waves at you guys.
I wave back.
Okay. And he kind of motions you to come join.
I, what is it called? Overactingly bring my arm, come on, guys. But I whisper and be alert.
I yell at him, do you have a medal?
What?
I put him down and I tell Hecky, look for anything under the grass.
Okay. And I, get down on my knees and start crawling.
Y'all are so socially inept. It's not even funny.
I was interpreting that as Chrome giving Hecky something to do so that he didn't yell.
Oh.
But I may have been misinterpreting that.
Hecky, listens to orders. So anything that he's really told to do, that's what he'll go do. By anyone, really.
Alright, so are you approaching the camp cautiously?
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't drawn, but I am keeping my head on a swivel for any undeclared members of the party.
And I'm army crawling.
The grass beside Chrome is parting like there's a dog in the tall grass with you guys. Okay, what was the voice I was gonna do? Let's see. Well, hello there! That's the fancy armor guy. I do say, I believe that I caught sight of you at the banquet. Is that right? By the way, you recognize the robes and the fancy armor from the banquet. I should have said that before.
So, are they a team or are they Observant Order members?
They were 2 teams. The robes were at one table, the fancy armor and the heavy armor were at a different table. As you approach, he says, "Hail and well met! I am Lord Chadwick Bitchanis, and this is my faithful knight, Sir Broadrear Coldwind." Broadrear, the heavy armor guy, kind of meh. And these nice fellows This is a priestess Joyce, and her acolyte Timol. And the priest and acolyte kind of wave, give you a little head nod.
Hello. I'm Oriana, and this is my big friend, Chrome. And back there is Devin, a guy we kind of picked up from some spiders.
Oh, noble fellows, huh? I appreciate that. First, let me say I appreciate you not attacking me on sight. We, Sir Brodrir and I, decided, you know what? There are 16 teams. There are enough tokens for 4 of us. Let's team up. That is why the priestess Joyce and her acolyte Timol are with us. We have teamed up, and we are looking for 2 more teams to join us. And then we can, as a group, take the tokens at the docks and win.
At the docks?
I assume there's docks to the temple in the lake.
Oh, I thought we had to swim.
Oh, I hope not. From what I understand, it's quite a large lake.
Okay.
I'm still in the tall grass, like at the edge of this
Yeah,
thing.
that's why I didn't mention you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you have a animal companion, or what's in the grass over there?
Ferrets.
Where?
I have a pretty good memory. I believe there was a shorter fellow with you. Is that him in the grass?
Ruff.
Make a performance check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage?
Yeah, you're trying to imitate a dog.
Alright, but this will be +3. Oh, I got a 2 and a 1!
He has some weird proclivities.
I understand. I just appreciate that you're not trying to set up an ambush.
I stand up and I cast sleep. Are they like together? Are they close by? Like, could I get?
Yeah, they're like
them?
around kind of a fire pit. Just they're like on a couple of logs. Well, there's not logs. There's grasslands. You know what? They're on rocks, but near each other.
Okay, they're in a 20-foot radius, and we're not in that radius.
You could arrange it so that you don't hit any of your people.
Yeah. Okay. Then I want to cast sleep at level 2 on these guys.
Okay.
And can I also use my Tides of Chaos to gain advantage on this?
It's not something that you can gain advantage on.
Oh, it's not. Okay. It's just 7d8. Hold on, I'm going to have to get on my d8. Okay, I have 4 out of 7. Oh, man, that's 5 and 4, 9. Plus 2 more, another 9. So, 18. Take that!
That's all 7?
Yeah, I had 2 1s out of that. Oh, I'm going to roll my thing. Okay, that's not 1.
Okay. Lord Chadwick in the fancy armor and Timol the acolyte both slump over asleep. Joyce, the priestess, recognizing that spell, jumps to her feet.
Wait. We want to team up, but we don't want to team up with them. We want to team up with you. But we couldn't tell that to them. We can't to tell that to you.
You realize that one of each of these teams are asleep now.
What? I thought you said the 2 robes were together and the 2 armored guys were together.
That's accurate. The acolyte, one of the robes fell asleep, and the fancy armor fell asleep.
Oh, I was under the impression that both of the armored people fell asleep.
Nope.
Rewind. Undo that conversation.
Look, you've got it all wrong. We don't need 4 teams. We need 3 teams. How many people are there?
2 teams. Y'all would be the third.
Okay, yeah.
There's 2 people awake over there.
Well, then we can have 3 teams if you join us.
If they were weak enough to fall to that spell, then they don't have a chance at winning this.
Since y'all are talking after this, both Joyce and Brodrir shake their companions awake.
No, not yet. I ran over there and tried to take their medallions.
What are you doing?
Let's see. Brodrir's gonna attempt to grapple you as you run up.
Okay.
So make a athletics or acrobatics.
It's going to be acrobatics. Oh, 8.
He rolled a dirty 20.
Oh.
So he just snatches you off the ground and holds you as you're running up, and he's got your arms pinned so that you can't cast somatic spells.
We told you he had some weird proclivities.
Well, you should really control your party members. Lord Chadwick, upon waking up, kind of, that was strange. Well, now, what are you holding him for, Sir Broderick?
This is our dog. I think you met him before.
What happened? Joyce says, the small one cast sleep on you, but they didn't attack afterwards, so I'm not sure what the point was.
The point is the acolyte and the nobleman are weak. Too weak to be setting foot in this type of a game.
I knocked them both out, which means I am now their boss, so I get their tokens. That's the rules.
Lord Chadwick actually just laughs, but, not mockingly. He's taking this all as a joke. I appreciate your sense of humor.
I slap him.
He's not the one you're holding you.
Oh, okay.
and the other guy has your arms pinned.
Okay.
You can try to make another check to break the grapple now if you want.
I do. I don't.
Okay, so Lord Chadwick says, you seem like good folks. You have not attacked us, and you seem to have even rescued a fellow. I don't recognize him from the tournament, so I assume he didn't have a token, but nonetheless, what do you say about being our third? Real quick, anybody who's proficient in religion can make a religion check on the symbol on the robes of the priest and acolyte.
That is a 19.
Non-nat 20.
Okay, so both of you recognize they're wearing, white tunics and trousers, black and gold vests, and brown cloaks. And on the vests, there's a embroidery of a silver scroll. And Joyce is wearing a necklace with a small silver scroll hanging from a chain. And you would recognize this as the symbol of Ogma, the god of knowledge, I believe. Yes, Lord of Knowledge.
Where did y'all get dropped off at, and what have y'all come through until you got to here?
We were dropped off in the jungle along the shoreline, and the priestess Joyce said that they were dropped off in the grasslands along the shoreline, and we met up here in the grasslands, and both being more peace-minded fellows, we decided to team up. It made sense.
So you haven't fought anything?
You know what? Let me check. I legit made a timeline of what the other groups are doing so that I know
Nice.
Each of these days what happens. Let's see. This is day 3. Nope, they've just joined up. They have not fought anybody yet.
I cast Arms of Hadar,
Okay.
which is a 10-foot radius, so technically it will hit Heki, but I'm okay with it.
So you're just walking up into the group and doing this?
Yeah. I want to get close to Joyce because I think that she'll be holding the token, and Heki's already over there with that other guy, so.
Okay, you can get all of them in range. They're all close together.
Yeah, I know. I just want to make sure that I'm positioned in the right spot.
Alright, I'll say you can get this one action off, and then it's initiative rolling time. So,
You have to make a strength saving throw.
what is your DC?
14.
Lord Chadwick does not make it. Sir Broadrear does not make it either. Joyce does not make it. And Timo also does not make it.
Fuck yeah! That is 11. And can't take reactions until its next turn. And that's it.
Okay, Lord Chadwick and Timol, the two that fell asleep, fall unconscious. Alright, and Sir Broadrear and Joyce are battered. And you said they can't take reactions? Is that what you said?
Yeah, on a failed save, a target takes 2d6, 3d6 because it has level 2, and can't take reactions until its next turn.
Okay, so that happened. Gonna need people to roll initiative now.
Does Heki have to make a save?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. A strength save?
Yeah.
8.
You take 11 damage.
Okay.
And can't do reactions until after this turn.
Ooh, I can't do reactions.
So, let's see. Chadwick's initiative is... another dirty 20.
Jesus.
Oh, sorry. No, that wasn't Chadwick. Broadrear. And he has no dex, so that's a 19 instead.
So which ones are asleep again? Can you say that?
Chadwick, the fancy armor, and Timol, the acolyte.
Okay.
The same 2 that fell asleep before.
And how many are left?
2.
The one that is holding you and the girl acolyte.
So, I need you guys to roll initiative.
Well, I crit failed my initiative.
I rolled a 14.
I got 2 plus 3, so 5 on my initiative.
What are y'all doing?
You're the one who dropped this situation. No signal.
Yeah.
No nothing.
Neither of them have any decks, so they both have initiatives of 19.
Dang.
So,
I'm straight up like picking my nose up until the second that you.
Oh shit, something's happening.
Whoa!
Hey guys, I need like 2 minutes.
Okay, good. I want candy, so break time.
all right. So everybody's back. That spell just happened.
Yeah, it did. And I'm not grappled, right?
You're still grappled.
Oh, grappled. Okay.
So you have to use verbal and material spells.
I think you can use somatic spells in the combat sense, but you'll have disadvantage on them.
Okay.
But I'm not totally Pete would know better than I would on that.
I mean, it depends on where you want to go with the grapple.
I would say, at least for this first time, taking the hits from that spell, he would have not been focused on the grapple for that second. So
Yeah.
you can do disadvantage of spell attack on your turn.
Okay.
But if he uses his turn to re-grapple you successfully, then you wouldn't be able to next time. Okay, so Oriana walked into the middle of the group and cast Arms of Hadar, smacking a body, knocking 2 of them out, and damaging Heki among everybody else. First to react to that is Joyce. Let's see. She is going to cast Spirit Guardians. So, in a 15-foot radius, you see some spirits appear. It doesn't specify how many. But they look vaguely Fey-like, but, like ethereal. She causes the 4 of them to be unaffected by it. Everybody else, so I think everybody was in 15 feet of this. Definitely Orion and Heki. Chrome, were you within 15 feet of her yet?
Probably.
Okay, so your speed is halved, and when you start your turn in the area, you'll have to make a wisdom saving throw or take full damage.
Alright.
So, that was her action. Then Sir Broadveer's next, and he's still holding on to Heki. He knows that Heki cast a spell, so yeah, he's just going to double down on his grapple. So, go ahead and make a... Well, how do I do this? Alright, we're going to do a grapple check, but it's not going to be... Since it's not on your turn, it's not actually going to be to escape the grapple. It's to see if you can try to cast any spell that's not verbal only.
Okay.
So, he rolled a 17. So, acrobatics or athletics.
Oh, okay, because I rolled a 2, -1 for athletics. Or no, +1 for athletics. Or +3. So I'm going to go with the +3.
Alright, so either way, he's got your arms pinned down, so you won't be able to cast somatic spells until you break out of this grapple.
Okay.
Which, there's not a lot in the sorcerer list.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
And you also don't have reactions this round.
Yeah, I got nothing. Even shield is somatic.
Yeah. So that was their turns. So, Oriana, you are next after casting this spell and then seeing Joyce cast another spell. You're starting your turn, so I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
22.
Oh yeah, that totally succeeds. So you only take half damage. Ooh. Half of that is, we round down, so 9 necrotic damage.
Okay. So before I do my turn, is Arms of Hadar a concentration spell?
Nope. Instantaneous.
That's cool.
Yes, very cool. If I cast Crown of Madness, can I make the person who is mad attack the Spirit Guardian, or no?
No, they're not,
They're non-corporeal. It's a spell effect rather than a conjuration of a creature.
But they might be... Are they standing next to each other right now, the 2 that are still up?
yeah, they're close.
Close, like melee range?
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Okay, so I would like to cast it on Roderick.
Broadrear. It's Brodrir.
Okay. So I think it's a wisdom saving throw. Let me check.
It is. So, that is a 19.
Damn it.
Jeez.
So I think that doesn't do anything since he passed it.
Yeah.
So that's your action. Are you going to move anywhere? You like basically walked into the middle of this. So there's Brodrir right beside you. There's Joyce right beside you. But Brodrir currently is holding on to Hecky. So he would have to drop the grapple in order to try to make an opportunity attack with you. In fact, I would just say he can't. Oh, no, they don't have reactions this round. So you can move away without taking an opportunity attack.
Yeah, I think that's what I want to do.
Oh no, they would have gotten their reactions back after they had turns.
Okay. But Brodrir's still holding on to Hecky, so he's not going to drop Hecky for an opportunity attack. Joyce will try to attack you.
It's not like a full round. Like, they take their turns and then they have to wait for their turns again before they have a reaction.
Let me see. Until its next turn. So, yeah, they had turns, so they're good now.
They had the good initiative.
Yeah, that's basically what it came down to. If you'd been before them in the initiative, they wouldn't have been able to reaction.
Okay. Well, I would like to move back. Yeah, I'll just move back, like 15 feet out of the wisdom saving throw stuff.
Okay, your speed is halved, so you'll have to use all of your movement to get out of it.
That's fine.
And then Joyce, I'm going to say she doesn't have advantage because you're not really being threatened by Brodrir as long as he's holding on to Hecky.
So am I double grappled by Hands of Hadar?
Oh, no, that's not a grapple. That's just a wallop.
Okay.
Let's see. So Joyce is going to take a swing at you with her mace.
Hit me. I dare you.
Nope, that's a 6.
Damn it.
So you get out of the zone, and that is your turn. Okay, so Hecky, you're currently grappled. You just saw Oriana cast this spell that walloped everybody. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 8.
That's not going to do it. You are going to... That's good, because that was a much worse roll.
Okay.
It was 19 before. Now it's a grand total of 5. So...
What is it?
You take 5, I believe radiant. Let me see, hold on.
Either necrotic or radiant.
Well, why did I get necrotic and not radiant?
Do you want me to reveal that?
Ooh.
No.
Mysterious.
Well, I'll say it for the audience's sake and just know that in character, the rest of you probably don't know this. This spell does radiant damage if you're good or neutral, and necrotic damage if you're evil.
I'm not evil.
On your sheet, it says neutral evil.
What?
Oh, no, sorry, lawful evil. You're lawful evil. That's what it is on the sheet, so that's what I'm going by. If you disagree with that, we can talk about that later, but it doesn't really matter what...
I need to change that, yeah.
It doesn't matter what type it takes since you're not resistant to either of them, so...
Yeah.
Okay, so, Hecky, you take 5 radiant damage, and then it's your turn.
Okay. I will attempt to break the grapple.
Okay. I roll against that, right? Since it's not like a... Okay, so...
Doesn't really matter. I rolled a 4, so...
Is that plus anything?
Well, I assume it's just strength since...
It's athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. Then that's a 7.
Okay. He rolled a 8 plus 3, so 11. So you're still grappled. Don't have any reactions this turn. And unless you have a bonus action spell that does not require a somatic component, then that's it.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay, so Chrome, you see Oriana walk up, cast this area of effect spell, whacking everybody in the area other than you and Devin. Then you see Joyce react by summoning these ethereal fey spirits in this zone. Like, it's kind of, there's a little bit of a spell effect going on in the radius. There's some, sparkles kind of falling, so you can tell that you're inside the zone. So I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty. So... 12.
Ooh, DC 13. Alright. So, you take... Oh, that's real bad. That's real bad. 6 plus 8 is 14 plus 7. 21 radiant damage.
I'm gonna Stone's Endurance this.
Didn't you already use that today?
I get it back on short rests.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Nice.
It's pretty dope. It's like my only ability. My only racial ability. But it doesn't matter because I rolled really crappy. I only reduced that by 5. So
okay,
what was the total?
21.
Please don't die. Please
21,
don't die.
so I take 16. Alright.
Before it gets back to my turn, can you tell me what the Dark Shard Amulet does again?
You can attempt to use a cantrip that is a warlock cantrip but not prepared by making a DC 10 Arcana check.
I forgot about my die. I could use that to get out of here.
Maybe before combat started.
Alright. I am gonna run up, and I'm gonna double hand and swing on Joyce.
Okay.
That is a 19 to hit.
Definitely hits.
And I'm gonna pour a smite on top of that. So that's D10 plus 2D8 plus 3. That is 8 plus 8 plus 3.
That does it.
Can I try to be non-lethal with that?
Yes, you can.
Alright.
Okay, good.
I'm assuming when it comes to contestants, unless you explicitly say it, that you're doing non-lethal damage since this is a tournament.
So I hit her with the blunt side of the axe, as I basically just crack her in the skull, and leave her with lasting brain damage, but not...
Well, it is enough to knock her out, and then the spirit guardians disappear.
And then I will... crap. No, because that's, let's see. Yeah, because I don't... Command is an action. Compel duel. Compel duel. Crap. Compel duel it is with my bonus action.
Yes!
I point at Broadrear. You will face Chrome! And so he has to make a wisdom save, or he has disadvantage on opponents other than me.
Hold on. Had a hair in my mouth. I don't know where that came from. Okay, wisdom
I thought this was a
save.
character thing happening.
So did I. I was like, where'd this guy come from?
So Broadrear, wisdom, saving throw +2.
DC 12.
That's a 17.
God damn it.
Yeah, Broadrear's rolling like a boss today. So, no effect.
That's all my spells.
Chrome does this. It is now Broadrear's turn. Realizing his kind of shitty situation, he's gonna grunt and drop Hecky and pull out his greatsword. And he's going to take one attack on Hecky.
Okay, I use my reaction to cast shield.
You can use your reaction before you take damage.
Yeah. I can see it coming and go like,
Ah!
Is it when you get hit or when you have an attack made on you? Let's see.
including against the triggering attack. And I've been playing it like I have to do it before you say if it hits or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Some spells are like that, but I'm not sure if this one is or not. But it doesn't matter. Let's see.
No, that's not good.
Come on, I got 18.
That's a...
Reaction which you take when you are hit by an attack.
Oh,
Targeted
God.
by...
Okay, when you're hit by it?
When you are hit by an
Okay,
attack.
well, he rolled a 2, so you did not use that reaction, so you did not use that
Oh,
spell
okay.
slot.
So clarify that for me, just so I know for the future. I can use that after it's... well,
After it's
hit me.
determined if it hits. Yeah, because the triggering is being hit, not being swung at. So
Okay.
even though the shield is somehow negating the damage after it happens, kind of, it's not really.
It's kind of basically kind of like a split second of this is going to hit.
Yeah. So basically it's to keep you from wasting a spell slot on an attack that doesn't hit like that. Which I
Okay.
think we've not been doing right before, but it's in the past, so.
But it still would mean that I don't know if the +5 is going to make it negate the hit or not.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he's going to make his second attack on Oriana.
Hit me.
That's a 18.
Yeah, I use my reaction. I mean, I take damage, but I use my reaction.
Well, let's see if you're still conscious.
You take 8 slashing damage.
Okay. I use 3d10. 3d10 for Hellish Rebuke. Eeh. 6, 9, and 10.
Is that a save? I forget.
Dex save.
No. Oh.
No,
yeah,
your spells.
or you take half.
Dex save. What's your spell DC?
14.
Okay, he rolled a 14 plus 0, so I forget if that's... I forget who wins that.
It's meter beat.
Okay, so he takes half damage.
19 plus 6.
25, half of that, 12. Okay, he's not happy about that. So, that's Broadrear's turn. Joyce is unconscious, so that brings us to Oriana. He just swung at you and hit you, and then you hellish rebuked him. What are you doing now?
I would like to cast... How many spell slots have I used? Okay, I would like to cast Frostbite.
Okay.
The target must make a Constitution saving throw.
He has a +4 to con saves. And that's a nat 20.
Oh,
Fuck.
Jesus, guy.
Yeah, that's no damage.
Oh, wait. I have to roll because that's a unprepared one.
Okay, Arcana check.
So I roll d20.
Yep.
12.
Okay, that works. Anything above 10 is a success. So you did cast a spell, but he still resisted it.
Yeah, so he doesn't take any damage or have any disadvantage.
All right, so you're still out of that zone, right? You're still... Oh, no, because he attacked you. I forgot that you walked out of that zone. Okay, so that's sticky, because there should have been opportunity attacks happening before then.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so if he ran up to hit Oriana, he was passing away out of the way of Heki and Chrome, so you can each make an opportunity attack and say that it happened before.
Okay. We'll recut that. Nat 1.
That hits.
10.
Okay, so neither of those hit.
So it doesn't matter. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
All right, so let's see. That was Oriana's turn. So, Heki, you see Oriana grab her amulet and hold her hand out and cast a spell, but Broadrear seems to shake it off. What are you doing?
Is this guy in a 20-foot radius by himself?
No, he's right next to Oriana.
Okay. I cast Chromatic Orb level 2. Or not Chromatic Orb, sorry. Shield. I'm sorry. Sleep. Level
Jesus.
2. I know, Jesus. I was reading like every other one of my spells.
Okay, so 78? No, 60. Yeah, 78, I think.
Yeah, 78. So here's 4.
How much health do you have left, Oriana?
8, I believe. Yeah, 8.
Okay.
So that's 10 and 5, 15. And here's...
Heki, I would say you can either target this to where it's hitting Oriana and Broadrear, or Broadrear, you, and Chrome.
Oriana and Broadway.
Okay.
Well, he's pretty beat up himself.
Yeah. Okay, so that was 15 plus 3 more. So 15 plus 10, 14. So 29.
Okay. Oriana, you slump over unconscious. Broadrear is still standing.
Fudge! I was sure that was gonna work.
If he'd been by himself, it would have.
Oh.
But it targets lowest health first. So, Heki, you doing anything else on your turn?
I'm gonna use a bonus action to convert 3 sorcery points into another level 2 slot. So that uses all of my sorcery points.
Alright. Chrome, you see Heki hold out his hand, and suddenly Oriana slumps over unconscious. What are you doing?
You missed!
Oh, and I gotta roll immediately after I cast spells.
Yeah.
It's not a 1.
Okay.
Alright. I'm just going to run up on him, double-handed, try to smack him.
Okay.
And I'm not flanking with Oriana because she's unconscious.
Yep.
Sorry.
That is 17.
Just bounces off his armor.
God damn. So yeah, that's my turn.
Alright. Broadrear flips his greatsword around in his hand so that the blade is facing down, and he holds it above Oriana, and he just says, "Stop!" He's waiting for a response. Rather than doing a multi-attack, he's going to ready an action. He's going to hold an attack against Oriana readied until this is resolved or something else happens. So technically, it would now be, since Oriana's unconscious, it would be Heki's turn.
So if I cast a spell, he would be able to at first do something?
If it's something that can actually disable him in one spell, then I will say that it can affect him first, or I'll make him roll a dex save dex save to see if he can react in time.
Okay. Then I will cast Sleep at level 2 again.
Okay.
So here goes 4 die. 10, 15, 18. 18 plus 10, 28.
Okay, I don't need to check anything then. It doesn't do it, even if it was Broader alone.
Dang.
So he's gonna plunge the sword into Oriana, and that's advantage and an automatic crit.
Oh my god.
Let's see. I think that's
You
how that
kill
works.
me!
Let me double check this. Unconscious, auto fail strength and dex saves, attacks against have advantage, and within 5 feet automatically crit. Alright, so... that is not that great, but I think it's going to be good enough. 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so that's 9 slash... Oh, wait, no, doubled because crit. So, 15 damage to Oriana.
I'm at 0.
How far below 0 are you? You had what left?
Oh, it's 8. So 7 below.
Okay, so it's not enough to instant kill you, but you are unconscious, and we'll begin to have to make death saves. So that's Heki's turn, unless he's doing anything else.
No, there's nothing else I can do, really. I just scream, "Stop! Or I'll kill you!"
Brodry says, "I told you to stop." All right, so Chrome, you just saw him plunge the sword into Oriana as Heki tried to put him to sleep again. It's your turn.
All right, well, I'm double-handing the axe again, and I'm going to go for him.
Okay.
And then, weird question. So, if she's, like, making death saves, would she be able to hear me?
I don't think so. She's unconscious.
Crap. God damn it.
You don't know anything about the unconscious mind and how it works, bro.
I've tried to talk to you when you're asleep. I know what happens.
So one of my abilities specifies that they have to be able to hear me, which sucks.
Ooh.
But that is a 23 to hit.
Okay, parry wouldn't help with that. That's too much. So that does hit.
Alrighty. Double-handed. 8 plus 3, 11.
Okay. He's looking rough, but he's still standing. Is that your turn?
Because my thing would really only be most helpful for her, but she can't hear me, so I can't use it. So, yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Brings us back up to Brodry. He's gonna swing his sword back around up, and he's gonna multi-attack at Chrome now. That's not gonna hit. That's a 9. Second attack is a 16, so neither hit.
Yep.
Whew.
You've engaged. You've begun this duel over Oriana's body now. That brings us to Oriana. I need you to make a death saving throw.
12.
All right, 1 success.
Whew.
Heki, you see Chrome engaged in this duel with Brodry now. What are you gonna do?
So, I look at Oriana, I look at the scary guy, I look back at Oriana, and I cast Chromatic Orb at the scary guy. Level 1, but I'm going to use Tides of Chaos. So
advantage.
Yes, advantage for range attack. So this is plus 5 on 10 and 11, so 16.
What kind of damage were you trying to do?
At this point, I'm pretty upset that he stabbed at her, but I'm still doing, and I rolled my surge. I'm doing, I'm gonna do psychic damage.
Wait, I think it's only elemental for Chromatic Orb.
Oh, yeah, we did this last time. PSN is poison, not psychic.
Poison. Oh, dang. Sorry. Okay, so then I'm doing, acid damage. Fuck this guy.
You shoot out this almost dripping, but it's magic, so not actually dripping, green orb at him, and he bats it aside with his sword. Anything else on your turn?
No.
I think he's all out of sorcery points.
Yeah, I'm all out of sorcery points. I have one level 1 slots left. So I'm just gonna run over to Oriana and like kneel down next to her.
Okay, I say as a bonus action, you can use a potion on her. I like bonus action potions in this game, so.
I do have the potion on me.
Yes.
You drink it.
I drank a sip.
Because you only need 1 hit point.
Okay, so I like run, slide on my knees over to Oriana, accidentally bump into her a little too hard, and then in like one action, plug her mouth with the spout of the potion, and it's just like straight down her throat.
All right, so yeah, roll 3d4 plus 4, Heki.
Who Heki does? 3d4?
Since you're using the potion. Yeah, 3d4.
Okay. 6 plus 4, so 10.
Okay, so Oriana, you're back up to 10 hit points. You're still on the ground prone.
Okay, but I'm not saving throws.
Right. And you're conscious now. You're not just stable. So that was Heki's turn. Chrome, you're still engaged in this duel. Are you going to keep attacking? It's your turn.
I'm keeping with this duel. That is an 18.
That hits.
Thank God.
Alrighty.
Oh, sorry. He's going to use his reaction and parry to bring his AC up to 20.
Oh, jeez.
This guy! Then I don't know where their hit points are, but I will try to use it. So as a bonus action, I will say, rise and fight! And if they are below half HP...
That's me.
So are you also less than half, Heki?
Yes.
Alright. Huzzah! Then this ability works. So it's turn the tides as a bonus action. Allies within 30 feet below half of their max HP and able to hear gain 1d6 plus my charisma hit points, which is 5 plus 2. So you get 7 back.
Nice. And a level 2 spell slot.
No.
Damn.
Okay, so that's Chrome's turn. That brings us back to Broadrear. What's he gonna do?
You're dead now, Broadrear.
He looks at Heki when Heki says this, and he realizes that Chrome is a tough opponent, and he's gonna take a swing at Heki.
He's gonna run at me?
Well, you're right there beside him, because they were fighting right next to Oriana.
Okay. So, I use my last level 1 spell to cast Shield.
It wasn't gonna hit, so you don't have to.
Oh yeah, okay, sweet.
Alright, so he's gonna take his second attack. Actually, he's just gonna take his second attack at Heki again. He's annoyed at Heki.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got
Nope. That's two swings and 2 misses. He's not used to fighting such a small opponent.
nothing. You ain't got nothing.
So that is Broadrear's turn, which brings us to Oriana. You are now awake, prone, and healed up considerably. You open your eyes to see Heki pouring this potion into your mouth, and Chrome is engaged in this duel. And as Heki finishes and stands up, Broadrear turns and takes 2 swings at Heki and misses. What are you going to do?
Do I have disadvantage if I cast a spell while prone?
Yes. It takes half movement to stand up.
Even if the guy is like standing over her?
Yeah.
He's like way over me. Like I could just lift up my hand and touch him.
It's just the mechanics of the game.
You don't have any spell slots left, though.
Yeah, I was about to ask, since I almost died, does that mean I can use Indoctrine in Death?
No, something actually has to actually die, and since so far everything's been non-lethal in this fight, nothing has died.
Okay. Then I stand up and cast Eldritch Blast.
So it's still a disadvantage in melee range.
Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, that's all I can do.
Okay, so Eldritch Blast him.
Those are 2 7s plus 6.
Not gonna
is
do
13.
it. Yeah, so he just ducks and dodges out of the way. Are you gonna stay there next to him? He used his reaction to parry Chrome's attack, so he can't take an attack of opportunity this round.
Yeah, so I back up.
Okay.
15 feet. That's all I have is 15.
Okay, so Heki, you are finished pouring this potion into Oriana's mouth and then dodge these 2 attacks from this greatsword. What are you doing?
And I can back up without him attacking me right now?
Yes.
Okay, so first thing I do is back up.
Okay.
And then I cast Chromatic Orb. And I already used Tides of Chaos now, right?
You did.
Okay. So come on, baby. Plus 5. 9. So
9?
that's 9, yeah.
Yep, he just bats that orb away too with his greatsword.
I scream in frustration. No!
Alright. Chrome, you just see Heki launch this orb. Oh, did you roll your magic surge?
No, here it is. It's a 5.
Okay. Chrome, you see Heki launch another magic orb that's also batted away by Broadrear. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna swing him. Well, that's a whole 16.
Golly.
Yeah, he parries it. Not actual reaction parry, just flavor parry. That brings us back up to Sir Broadrear, and he is going to... He's realizing maybe the casters aren't as much of a threat, as much of an annoyance in his head, so he's going to take his 2 attacks on Chrome. So, first is a... No, neither one hits. That was a 3 and a 5 plus 5. So you're able to catch his sword with your axe.
In this fight, no one is hitting anyone.
Everybody is pretty damn exhausted at this point. You've come back from the brink of death. Heki's just exhausted all of his arcane energies, and Chrome has been in a melee duel with this tough opponent for a while now. So, Oriana, it's your turn again.
Okay, Eldritch Blast. Let's do this warlock shit. Nat 20!
Oh!
So 10.
10 plus a d10.
6. No, wait. 9.
So 19?
Dang.
Yes.
That put him out.
You raise your hand up and launch this bolt of force at him, and it catches him right in the back of the skull as he's engaged with Chrome, and it knocks him out.
Is he dead? Or is he unconscious?
Unless you want him to be dead, I'm calling it unconscious.
He fucking almost killed me, so I'm not dealing non-lethal damage. So either way, whatever you want to do.
As your character, which one do you choose?
I was gonna do lethal.
Yeah, I still, no, I won't do lethal.
Okay. This wave of force cracks him right on the back of the head, and he falls at Chrome's feet, unconscious. Now you have 4 unconscious people in this camp.
Well, that was a little harder than I thought it would be.
That's because they woke up after my first brilliant sleep.
If you would chill the fuck out, we could try to do something more organized.
She says as she walked in and arms of Hadard everybody.
Hey, I got all of them, though.
I'm gonna start rolling people for tokens.
Yeah, I want to check the robed people. I'll check the acolytes. You check the armored people.
Oh, I'll check Brodreer, and also, how nice is Brodreer's armor?
Let me look at the item thingy so I don't lie to you. Items.
Because I'm guessing he was a DMG knight.
He was. He does have plate armor.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I'm stripping this bitch. Actually, God, is he smaller than me?
He is. He's a human.
God damn it!
It would take some blacksmithing to get this to fit you.
I'm stripping him anyway.
All right.
Yeah, I would like to do what I can to slow their progress any further. So, if they have a camp, I would like to try to, tie the shoestrings together of the camp, so to speak.
Okay, well, I was saying before, it's not like a actual stop for the night camp. It's more of just a place where they stopped to take a break.
Okay. But they've been walking, obviously. They don't have horses or...
Yeah, no, they've been on foot.
Okay.
Do we find any tokens?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
I would like to also look at their bodies, but just for mostly trinkets. If I find a token, fine. But I'm looking for trinkets.
I rolled a 15.
Okay, and you're checking Joyce and Timol?
Yes.
Okay. You do find a token. A token! You find a token on Joyce!
Perfect. Guys, I got one! We now have 2! We're so good.
Hey!
So as I'm stripping off the armor, do I find one on Brodreer?
You do not find one on Brodreer. Give me an investigation check if you're going to look over Chadwick.
I'm mostly engaged with getting the armor off of him.
Hecky, go check the other guy.
Okay. And I roll... 2 plus nothing.
What are you doing? You look at him and
What guy?
Doesn't have one.
You don't find you don't find a token on Chadwick. Oriana, with that roll of investigation, well, yeah, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
13.
Okay. Between the investigation and the Arcana check, you realize that there's something special about the silver scroll necklace on Joyce.
And I know that since it's the god of knowledge, I'm super into that shit. So I super want to take it.
Okay.
Cool. Make sure to leave something so it's not stealing.
I have some rope.
You could cut a little piece of rope, like an inch or 2.
Okay, that works.
Let's see, did I ditch my crappy armor?
You ditched the original chainmail. Right now you have... Well, I assume you ditched it, because you said you swapped it for the... If you wanted to have been carrying it along, I don't see a reason not to have been.
Because I don't remember... I said something about potentially tossing it in the pit so somebody else would find it, but I don't remember if I did.
I don't know. I wasn't sure if that was a joke or not, so... If you want to still have it, you can still have it.
I will give him my crappy, partially eaten through chainmail in return for his nice plate armor, which doesn't fit me yet.
It's just got these huge holes in the side where the clampers came down or whatever.
And then, the front is all, rusty and, greenish from all the acid.
F that guy.
After I take the necklace, can I go check the other guy, the fancy guy?
If you don't trust Hecky to have checked well for some reason.
I mean, he said, what guy? So, yeah.
Oriana, were you checking Timol also, the Acolyte also?
Yes.
Okay, give me another investigation for him.
24.
Whoa!
Okay. And then if you're going to check Chadwick, go ahead and give me an investigation for that also.
15.
I already looked at him. Don't worry about looking at him.
You did not find a token. There's another token here. I know it.
You find kind of, I'll say tucked into his shoe, his boot, there's another token.
I told you have to look in all the sneakiest places. It was either in his boot or his butt crack.
That's where I hide emergency candy. My boots! My boots!
Do not ever eat any of your candy again.
It's my boot!
I don't find any goodies on any of the other people.
You do. You found the necklace, you found the armor, and you find, let me see, something reasonable. You find 90 gold on Lord Chadwick.
I think we should split that up. I only have 11.
You only find 9 gold on Broadrear.
Thank you for making these divisible by 3 super easy. So with this and all the other gold that everybody has, it's 33 plus 7, so 40 gold to everybody, 10 silver to everybody, and 4 copper to everybody.
Between Joyce and Timol, you find another 18 gold.
I don't think we were supposed to get this cache of awesome stuff already, guys. This is pretty good.
I mean, the armor would be great once it fits me.
Yeah, but we got totally a lot of medallions, or coins, or tokens.
Which also, I am going to stick all of my javelins in the soil, but I am going to take his greatsword.
Okay.
Chrome, I like that you're trading, because I'm not about stealing things.
I don't want him to die on this island unarmed.
Yeah, although he, really pissed me off trying to kill Oriana.
Out of everybody who should die or who could die, I would be least bothered by him. You know what I mean?
Agreed. Let's take his water. That's what you do at sea.
Alright, so you've rolled these fools. What are you doing now?
Guys, we should leave so that if anybody comes up on them, they don't try to fight us. We need to go now.
Agreed. I'm exhausted.
Alright. So yeah, we'll head off towards the mountains.
Okay.
Do we level up?
Not yet.
We beat up 14 people and 600 gargoyles and have 3 tokens.
I don't think any of that happened, other than the 3 tokens.
Well, I may have been exaggerating a little.
This is gonna be 10 episodes before we're level 4.
I'm planning on this podcast lasting for at least 20 years, so the leveling process is gonna be slow. Also, we're not going to worry too much about traveling through space since we're doing Theater of the Mind. Unless you're doing something specific, like running between legs and slashing at ankles or something, but you're not a rogue, so I don't expect you to do that very much.
But you should be. If you have the chance to be a rogue, be a rogue. Every time.
You had the chance to be a rogue, you know.
I know! I'm okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm okay.
I feel like I should have been a bard again, because that's just the funnest thing to play.
You're playing a bard. You're
I know,
dressed as a sorcerer, but you're playing a bard.
I know! I'm trying to fix that.
I've showed the first... No, that's fine. I've showed the first couple of episodes to a friend for feedback, and she's gone, you can totally tell who plays the bard.